Hello, this is Charlesy from photographybycharlesy.com, and we are here with another week full of submissions from the photo challenge that we are doing. Focus on the good daily. I am so proud of everybody participating. Just a reminder, if you would like to have a wallpaper for your phone that I have made for you, all you have to do is go to my website and go to photo challenge on the top right, put in your email, and you will get every Sunday, you will get an email that has a lovely decorative wallpaper for your phone, and you'll get a heads up of the challenges for the week. And I am just so excited because everybody has really embraced this, and we have got some wonderful images to share. I have a firm belief, like the tagline for my business is, life is too precious not to capture it. And I love capturing the mundane. I love capturing the everyday. I love capturing, the cookies and the traditions and the details and the things that are precious to us. And I am loving that you guys are doing this with me. It's not too late to have some friends jump on in. So be sure and share the original video. It's down in on my YouTube page, Photography by Charlesy. Go there and you could share the original intro video because as we get closer to Christmas, I think we need more of a reminder. Like right after Thanksgiving, we start going into this crazy Christmas season, and I know it's very easy for our culture to sometimes forget the heart of gratitude. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm so excited. There's some great images to share today. So let's see if, let me get to all the buttons. Okay, this is called, the day one was things I love. I was very interested to see what you guys are gonna post. So, Nettie, I didn't mean to do hers first. Look at her beautiful family. She must know a wonderful photographer. I'm just kidding. I took this picture of Nettie and her family. I got to do a family shoot with 3 generations, and her grandchildren were absolutely precious. And I loved this image. They're so cute. It was a joy to take their images. This was from Eve, and she had just returned from vacation, and she said that she says, everyone might think it's strange, but I love filling up my house with fresh fruit and vegetables when I return from vacation. And I don't think that's strange at all. I know that whenever I'm traveling, my system's not quite 100%, and there's nothing like the food that God gave us to get us back on track. I think everyone would agree that there's nothing more bright and beautiful than the things that God has given to us. Oh, have y'all noticed that I put the names down in the bottom corner? It only took me like a month to figure that out. Are y'all proud of me? Let me hear the applause. Okay, this is my fellow photographer and friend. I have known Brian and Shirla for years and years. Not that we're old, but I've known her forever. They are just adorable. Her husband actually is a Santa Claus. He is a wonderful Santa Claus, and they are so much fun, and they just adore each other, and they are just absolutely precious. So thank you. Things she loves, she put her sweet husband, Mr. Santa. This was from Debbie, and I love her perspective on this. She was just having a quiet minute, and she was sitting on a couch resting, and she looked up and she saw about these beautiful windows, and she could see, the sun that God had made pouring in, and these beautiful images of, she says, you can't see the images of her grandchildren from this picture, but she says, I could see them so clearly. And she just had such a moment of peace and was just overwhelmed with love. Well done, Debbie. Debbie always is a good reminder of priorities. Good job, Debbie. I love Sandra B. If you don't know Sandra B, she is quite notorious in Wise County. She is deeply loved and adored, and she is absolutely hysterical. So, maybe we can auction off, be a friend of Sandra. I would pay $1,000 a day just to hang out with Sandra B. She's wonderful. She snuck this picture of her children, and I love it because she does. She's very family oriented. She loves her children, and they were just hanging out together, and to see siblings spending time together is always a joy. Great job, Sandra. Now this day was Remember, and Debbie, this picture, I think I have said this before, I will probably say it a million times, but one of the things that really kind of changed my thought process on photography is, photographs aren't really important until they're the only thing that you have left. And that really struck a chord with me because it's true. And it's just, they are precious. The photographs are precious. And so that's one reason why we're doing this, is I want you to photograph the things you love, the things that are special, your special memories. Um, um, you never know how precious they are until later on, whenever you don't have them. So Nettie, again, for the win. Nettie's a superstar. She's got her priorities in order. She did a 4-generation picture of hands, and I thought that was beautiful. She loves her family. Okay, I try not to do too many submissions of me, but this one I did in honor of my father. Plus, I have to fess up, and whenever I moved out, I grew up in both of my parents were readers, and I read more books that like my dad read, but both of my parents are avid readers. And whenever I left, I didn't even ask. I just took like a whole box of books. It never occurred to me that I was stealing. And this was one of the books that I took. And I remember whenever we first got married, my dad came to visit me in my home. He goes, "Oh, wow, that's a great book. I got that book." A little bit later, he goes, "That's a good book too. Wait a minute. Hey, that's my book." And I was like, yeah, I didn't think he'd mind. He was pretty cool about it, but I'm sure now that I have a collection of books, I think I would be a little perturbed if someone took my books. So, but this book, Screwtape Letters, was very influential as far as my prayer life goes. And I'm a huge C.S. Lewis fan. And I read this book every year on my birthday in honor of my dad, who has passed. It's just if you haven't read it, it's a short read. And every year I read it, I get something new out of it. So it's a good read. I highly recommend it. And again, Eve with her beautiful family, but she's at Cracker Barrel, and I'm off carbs right now. I'm not eating bread right now. And Eve, I just can't tell you, every time I see this picture, all I can think is biscuits, because my heart's not in the right place. I love biscuits. I'm kidding. I love your daughters. They're so beautiful. Hey, JR, good man. I am impressed. High five. To Dawn. She got her whole family together. And this must have taken an act of Congress. I don't know how they did this. I honestly cannot even remember the last time I was in a room with my brother and my sister. There's only 2 of us, our 3 children, and my mom. I honestly cannot remember the last time we were all in the same county. So I'm impressed that she got that many people together. And she loves her family. Favorite? No, I didn't say favorite what, and I just wanted to see what people would put. This was her favorite. This is Eve. This is her favorite picture of Michelle. They just returned from their vacation, and this is a great capture, actually. Eve loves photography too, and this was a really great capture with Walt Disney and the castle, and I've never been there, so great image. Again, Shirley's favorite guy. He's so wonderful. Hey, Santa. Tell him I said hi. Please, Shirley, tell him I said hi. He was in the choir with us. He had a great voice, big booming voice. And this is Debbie. And I loved this because she said this, I think it was her daughter's wedding that they had. It was a theme wedding. And that is so much fun. I actually shot a Harry Potter wedding. And I have to tell you, I was a little nervous rolling in. I thought, okay, what kind of craziness am I going to be walking into? And it was beautifully done. It really was. I was really nervous. It was going to be like silly and, whatever, kitschy or whatever. It was beautifully done. It really was. It was a beautiful wedding. And I thought it was so much fun. So I hope if Samuel ever gets married, he does a Lord of the Rings wedding. I think that would be so cool. He may not be on board with that, but I think because we're all big Lord of the Rings fans here. Okay. Pressing on, but that's a cool shot. That's a great photograph. That's a great memory. Handmade. All right, this is going to be good. Okay, Jean, she has been great to participate. She said this is her grandbaby laying on an Afghan that she had made. And I think that is absolutely precious. That is a sweet image. Precious. This is from Madeline. I've talked about Madeline. She's the teenager that has got more wisdom than most adults that I know, me included. I'll have to tell you that. And she was talking about, it was great timing for this challenge because she had just painted these with her siblings. Madeline is the most family-oriented, good-hearted teenager. She is precious, 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 and she's wise. And no boys can date her. I won't share her. Her mom and dad may say she could date, but I say no. Nobody deserves her. But anyway, she loves her family. I love that. Now, this is another one from Eve. Eve has done some traveling, and she said that this is a vest, and a giraffe that she got when she traveled to Zimbabwe. I get excited if I go to Costco. She got to go to Zimbabwe. And these are some of the treasures that she brought back. And she was talking about every time she saw them, they just brought back precious memories. And I tend to be someone who's not one to keep things. I'm kind of like, throw stuff out. But I'm not anti-stuff, but I want all my stuff to be useful or practical or to really matter. And I think this would definitely go in that category. That's precious memories. Nettie, her mother made this for her. And I know that she treasures this. That's actually so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Good job. Our sweet Debbie, she makes, if I've not mentioned this before, well, I may have, she makes the most beautiful cards. And if you have ever received a card from Debbie, you know that it was well made, handmade, and made with love. She has a gift, and hope Debbie doesn't mind me saying this, she shares her gifts and she sends lots of cards out to people that are having a difficult time, or and she's a pretty good egg. I like you, Debbie. This is Mandy. Now, me and Mandy, I'm with you. I love homemade cranberry sauce, and my husband prefers the stuff that out of the can. That noise it makes kind of wigs me out. So I'm with you, Mandy. And when I saw you cooking this, I almost got my car and went to your house because nobody eats it at my house. They all prefer the canned stuff, and it made me sad, but that looks delicious. Nikki, I love this. She found an ornament with, and I want to say it was Caleb's handprint. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. I'm so sorry. But those kind of things, the handmade of our children and our family, are what really matters when it comes to the stuff. We spend so much money and time with stuff, and the things that really matter are the little things. So now, again, I try not to do too many of me, but I wanted to give a shout out to my mom. She is a very talented woman. She makes beautiful Afghans. She's got so many grandchildren. She's having trouble keeping up with all the grands and the great grands and all of that. But 20 years ago, whenever I had Samuel, she wasn't quite as busy, and she made this beautiful Afghan for Samuel. And it was just so beautiful. When he was an infant, I would place him in the middle. It looked like he was the angel. And I've got some images that I took way back in the day. And this is one of the, I told you I'm not much of a keeper. I have this one and then one that she made me as a wedding gift. And those are like the one, two, like there's very few things that I'm going to keep. I'm not a keeper. I want to move into a van and go see the world. And my mom, and that, I wish you could see the detail. It is gorgeous. So, all right, on Thanksgiving Day, we did thankful. I thought that was appropriate. Debbie, yes. Okay, guys, there's a huge story behind this because Debbie has struggled with pain. She's had appointment after appointment. She's had, it's not surgery. I don't think you call it a day appointment, like several procedures, a lot of pain, physical therapy, and she has just had a doozy of a time, and it's been for a long time. And our whole church has been praying for her and loving on her, and she got to go to the top of the stairs. And I think we are not thankful enough for life and health until it's threatened. And well done, Debbie. I think that is something to celebrate. Good job. Nettie posted that she had a lot of great cooks in her family. This year, our family did not get together as a whole unit. My father-in-law asked us not to. He's in his 80s and he had some concerns. And so we didn't really do much for Thanksgiving. We had the day after Thanksgiving, and we put our Christmas tree up and had fajitas with the boys and little Miss Peyton. So when I saw this, I almost jumped in my car, and I'm like, I might just accidentally random show up at mealtime at Nettie's house because that looks so good. I love these those pecan pie tartlets. Okay. Dawn, look at these beautiful women she's having a good day with. This family has the biggest smiles. They have so much fun together. That's a great, great, great image. And I'm sorry, I'm doing too many. I found out I'm having a grandson. The baby is a boy. So I'm very thankful for that. We found out right at Thanksgiving Day. All right, home. I love this picture because she literally took a picture of the outside of her house with her cute little puppers in front. Glenn and I have moved so many times, and one of the things I regret is I wish we'd have taken a family picture of us kind of sitting on the curb, not a fancy picture, but us in front of our home, because we've moved so much. I thought it would be a fun collection to have all the different houses we've lived in. But I love that she's got her little pup in front of her house. Debbie did an interesting perspective, an aerial view of the home that she used to live in. Good image. Ooh, I love that pool. Now this is from Nettie. From all the things I say about Nettie, you can tell that she's somebody you'd want to be friends with. Her sign that she says make yourself at home. And if you've ever been at Nettie's house, you definitely feel at home. So that's a very good sign for her house. So this is from Nikki, and I'm so excited every time Nikki does a submission because she's a very busy mom with beautiful kids, and she got her kids in front of the Christmas tree, and that is a challenge for me. I have trouble getting everybody in front of the tree. So this was Brianna, and she took a picture of her home because she says, my family is my home. So wherever they are, that's her home. And that is so much fun. That's a good image of all of your family. That's a good image. And we're going to wrap it up with Dawn with her sweetheart at home in front of her Christmas tree, and just talking about, Christmas and family is what it's all about. So that's this week's submissions. I am so impressed you guys are sticking with it. We've got just a couple more weeks. Be sure and share, like, and invite some friends that you think, if you know some friends that are maybe discouraged, they could use some encouragement, they might want to participate. Or if somebody, if you hear somebody like, oh, the world's terrible, 2020, like, hey, you need to jump on board with us, because we really are changing the world one image at a time. We're changing our outlook. We're changing the tone of Facebook, and we're changing the tone of our family, and we can spread some good. I think we can. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to sign out. I will see you next week, and let's see if I can click off. Bye.